Well, all right, the start of this race, everything is on the line. It's a winner-take-all. The boats look like they're in good position, up on the starting line for a flying start. And there's the green flag. They are off and running. Remember, the Miss Budweiser is lane number 3. Lane number 1 went to the T+. We were just talking as we look out the window to clear water. You can see a couple of the boats out in front. Steve David still has a bit of an advantage, though, as they come up on the turn. Let's see if he can capture that first place on the inside.
A whole wall of water, as you can see now. The challenge, look at your 3 boats. Budweiser from inside the cockpit of Chip Hanauer, as we said, took lane number 3. He's working those canards to keep that boat down on the water, and he's right in between the T+ on his left and the yellow boat, the Smokin' Joe's, on his right.
He's got to be very careful to hold that lane, because that boat also has damage. He doesn't want to pick up any of the residual of either one of the rooster tails on either side of the boat. Good shot inside the Smokin' Joe's. This is the boat riding on the outside of first place, battling for the lead right now. He's still within contention. Miss Budweiser fighting a little bit of that spray that comes off, and that would be my biggest concern. But you can see the T+ and the Smokin' Joe's are definitely setting the pace.
I still wonder why the Miss Budweiser was taking the lane 3, and I got a hunch, and I'm not sure. Chip Hanauer is hurting more than we suspect. He knows it's rough in lane number 1. He knows he came from the outside in lane 3B to win from lane 5. Why not stick in the middle of lane 3 and try to save his ribs and also keep the Smokin' Joe on the outside of him? But look at the guy that's showing him the short way around the course. It isn't Smokin' Joe's as much as it is T+.
Steve David grabbed the lead right out of the first turn, and he has been battling in the advantage position ever since. The Zodiac Sports Watches average lap speed at 143. That's a very good speed for this boat. He's taken full advantage of it. The Smokin' Joe's dropping back just a little bit, riding in second place. Miss Budweiser now in third. There you can see how the boats are divided out, and Steve David has played a very good strategy here. He's got himself a sizable lead. Oh, boy, he better be careful. He almost lost it that time around. We already saw Smokin' Joe's did one of those sponsons. It looked for a moment like T+ might do the same thing.
There are 7 boats on the water. That churns up this rough course even more. T+ on the ragged edge. That's the way that Steve David says he likes to run. Has not had a victory since the bookend wins in '93, where he won the opener in Dallas and the closer at Honolulu.
They have certainly been working on this boat, trying to get it faster and faster, and it looks like today it'll pay off. There you can see the average speed at 126. They pulled it down a little bit because of the rough water. Now even the lead boat is being affected, but boy, when you're back in that pack, as Mike Hansen is a little bit behind the lead boats, you're getting nothing but backwash, and you got to hold on.
Dick, right about now, I'll bet you that Mike Hansen's glad he has that extra 150 pounds in that engine cowling in back of him that holds that Jasper engine and transmissions down on the water. As we look at our leader, what was Ken Muscatel saying earlier? He felt that his boat was like a ping-pong ball in a blender.
I think that describes it. We're coming into the last lap, and Smokin' Joe's in second place. Whoa, a little bit of rough water. We've been saying all day how the leaders have the advantage of a little bit smoother water, but when you're going 5 laps, I have to tell you, that's going to roughen up on everybody. There you can see a little bit of a rough up on the Smokin' Joe's. Mark Tate holding it in there, though. There's the Miss Budweiser. Woo, gets a little bit on the light side, as does the T+. Steve David likes to drive it light. There was the owner, Jim Harvey, and he's got to be a little bit nervous right now. That stomach's got to be about as tight as you can get it. Miss Budweiser now has to be concerned with the wellness plan on the inside. Look at Mark Evans as he takes that boat for a flying leap. And he jumps out of the water, gets us settled back down, and that's where the battle is. It looks like the wellness plan to the left has passed the Miss Budweiser on the inside. Chip Hanauer, we know that he is hurting a little from his ribs. We don't know how much. As Jim said, he may have taken third lane simply to get out of rough water. Here comes your checkered flag for the T+. Look at this team. Yes, they are happy. Jim Harvey and crew has good reason to celebrate a big win in Kansas City.
Inside the cockpit of Miss Budweiser, was taken back over third place as the wellness plan with Mark Evans driving has gone dead in the water. So it'll be in the final order finish. The Miss T+ engine treatment. Steve David first, Smokin' Joe second. The Miss Budweiser, Pico America Dream, Jasper Engines, Miss Hydroblast, and the wellness plan.
Good racing all the way around as the winner comes home, and he is celebrating. Steve David, a great job. I mean to tell you, you want to see happiness? This is it.